me a bell, Joe? Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. This is to one fall with a 20-minute time limit. From Tokyo, Japan, weighing 235.5 pounds, the Great Moto! His opponent from Russia, weighing 242 pounds, Ivan Rasputin!
Well, we have the boys all introduced here and ready to do business now. This is Ivan Rasputin on your right, and Moto with his back to us. The lad on his left is his valet and interpreter. We have a little boy by the name of Jimmy Callis refereeing this match. Jimmy's been around for a long, long time. He knows his business, and he generally manages to keep up with these wrestlers. What's the matter, Ivan? Have you ever seen anything quite like that before? Nichevo, Tavarish. Ivan's very disdainful of this whole detail here. Callis is explaining to Moto's interpreter, where he speaks little of any English, the exact rules of the ring here at International. A 10-second count outside. Ivan, you need a haircut. Talk about your animated hair mattresses. Ivan, that pose, well, here's Mr. Moto. This disrobing ceremony, here are the getas, the Japanese version of the wedgie built up and so gross. And you also notice that the fastening for them is between the great toe and the first toe, much like the flat-footed sandals that Moto's interpreter is wearing. Here goes the stowing of the obi. This is a dressing, or disrobing, I guess, to be proper. Ritual. Listen to the crowd roar when they get a look at Moto's outfit here. It has to do with Moto's worship of his ancestors. He wrestles barefooted. Little foot cloths are being taken off here. They're more or less of a bobby sock, I suppose. Mitt snaps. Now then, here we go. Looks like a broken metronome, doesn't it? But that is part of Moto's ritual to ward off the spirits of defeat. It has no real religious significance, only unto himself. There's the first contact. See what happens. Cross chin lock on Rasputin. Callis making him break it up. Ivan, remember, he speaks no English nor Russian. Count of 2. You may wonder what this count is here. The wrestler is required by the referee to break a hold. If he refuses to break it, a count of 4 will automatically disqualify him. There's an arm lock falling. Mr. Moto, not so loud, please. Mr. Moto, are you trying to improve the appearance of Rasputin's bagel-like cauliflower ears? Lead us, be careful. This is a pretty rough arm lock that Moto has here. I was going to say that Rasputin's throat is getting caught in his hand there. Yeah, it is. Mr. Moto, 1, 2. Sometimes wonder if Moto didn't purposely straighten up there to prolong the agony for Rasputin. I saw this fellow Rasputin one night in downstate Illinois get up on the top rope of the ring and do a Brody right into the breadbasket of one Uncle Rudolph K. It created a riot. The first and only time I've ever seen a wrestling ring stacked full to overflowing with folding chairs. They wouldn't even stay in the ring when this chap got through. Mr. Moto, not so honorable gentlemen. A trip out and another takedown. A little bit more of this, and Rasputin's going to be calling on Uncle Joe for whatever help he can get out of the commissariat in charge of wrestling. That was a neat nip over, however, on a double wrist lock. Uh-oh, here we go. Mr. Rasputin, we don't do things that way over here. Another cross chin lock. Let's break the thing up. Oh. Solarish. Moto is using a judo throat hold here. There's an arm lock kipped. Yet another one. A drag. Ooh. Gee. Well, these are tough licks that this guy Rasputin can give out with. Those are broad arm licks. There's a pickup. An inside step over toe hold. Well, those bearing down for every bit he's worth here. Mr. Moto. Honorable referee object. You break it up, kid. Ivan Rasputin, some 257 pounds a man. There's a Japanese wrist lock, and there was one. Look, little friend. And then yipper, I will not do that to me. Little friend, I told you. See, Mr. Moto, you should have paid attention to him. You kind of met the Smirks wrecking crew here, haven't you, Mr. Moto? No, Ivan. 1, 2. I don't know how to say 1, 2 in Russian, or I would have helped him out. There's that Japanese wrist lock again. Another pickup. There's a kick. Right under Ivan's second and third chins, I believe. Come on, fellas, break it up. The traffic's heavy in this corner. You find these guys here in International Amphitheater before 13,000 people, they really pull out all the stops. They can put a crowd on its ear, as this one is here tonight. There's the same hold that Rasputin was using on Moto, only now he's receiving the same. Ivan, yes, you're doing a beautiful job of suffering. There's a knee lift into the tummy. Uh-oh, here's that waist lock of Ivan's. They used to use him to put dents in silos with this thing. Mr. Moto is calling on whatever friends he may have to help get him out of this deal. Well, Ivan, Mr. Moto is ready to quit. At least he almost looked that way. His old bear hug of Ivan the Terrible says, uh-oh, there's a judo deal, a sleep hold. Looks like the old Russian bear is being put on his Visteras here, but proper. Moto is still trying to slap that sleep hold on. Here's a hammerlock. Look how beautifully this guy Rasputin countered, will you? Crowd reactions here are odd. You have two races represented here, two nationalities. And just notice how the crowd behaves. Ivan bearing down his hammerlock. He's got it benched, I believe, with his knee. If only he were transparent. Yeah, he was using his knee on that. Here's a hammerlock figure Ford. That was honorable punch and tummy. Watch old Ivan gasp here when these hit him. He looks like a goldfish in rancid water. Ivan, boy, I think we're going to have to buy a two-way for you. Too much borscht. Still a hammerlock. Hey, nobody's going anywhere there, fellas. Leave us hold still. The Japanese wrist lock added to this hammerlock, and, well, this is a nice under the chassis shot, isn't it? Guy Rasputin is terrific when it comes to bridging out like this. There's a flying mare, but, well, like the mare of the epizootics, didn't do a bit of good. Mr. Moto, the way the crowd's reacting on the other side of the ring, you must be choking. Please to stop. Up, here comes maybe another flying mare that'll do it. Let's see. Can Ivan make it? Oh, he didn't bother to do a flying mare. He just played conch block there in the corner of the ring. Oh, look at that. Ivan, this creates riots, you know. Leave us take it easy, boy. Our little Ivan here, he acting like he's full of red-hot borscht the way he's bouncing around. Those are rough licks. Get him zeroed in on that one. There's a knee lift, a rabbit punch. I call these rabbit punches, remember, they're with the broad part of the arm. Mr. Moto, this would be one place where a pair of foundry shoes would help you out. His bare feet just, I imagine, serves to tickle Ivan a little bit. Back at this chokehold detail again. Callis is breaking this one up because it is a choke. 1, 2. Whammy. Those judo licks land on the Adam's apple. They may look a little soft, but there goes Moto trying for that sleep hold again, and look what it gets him. A hammerlock every trip. Callis is trying to break this one up. Moto's out from over the ropes there, the bottom. There's contact again. There's more of this chin lock reversed, which can turn into a choke very easy. 1, 2. Callis is still complaining about that chokehold. Here's this judo lick. It looks rather easy, but it lands right flush on the Adam's apple. Moto trying to set up that sleep hold again. I don't know. He's going to have to get a new blueprint for Rasputin. It doesn't quite work out that way. More of the same. See there how beautifully Rasputin peels out of that thing. This guy can counter. Whew. Uh-oh. He missed that first neck slap. That's a judo hold from way back. Here we go again. Moto still trying to set that thing up. Callis trying to break it up because it's a chokehold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Brother Moto is disqualified. And what he finds out here when the interpreter tells him what's happened. Oh? You lost, chum. Here's the winner, Ivan Rasputin, by virtue of a disqualification on the part of Moto. He tried to set up his sleep hold, but it went into a choke hold, and he just refused to relinquish the thing. Rasputin still wanting to go.
Tovarish, what is the meaning of this? Things do not wind up this way in Roj. Nichevo.
Look, fellas, as they say in the Cumberlands, the bell has rang. Leave us break it up, huh? You better get out of there, Mastro. Little Dick Mastro, the announcer.
12 minutes, 51
fellas, quit
seconds.
panning around like that.
Rasputin.
Ivan's the guy who did it. That's it.